Hello loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time clicking on this video, my name is Mufaro and we are the Monday Makers. We are a family of movers and shakers. We are goal setters, we are goal crushers. We believe in having open, transparent, but constructive conversations on a Monday. Why? Because we believe that Mondays set the tone for the weeks become months, and the months ultimately become our years, right? And they make up our lives. So we talk about business, we talk about faith, we talk about life and everything that is in between. So if this is the kind of family that you want to be a part of, then hit that subscribe button. And to my Monday makers, my movers, my shakers, my goal setters, my goal crushers, welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on another video. So today we're going to be talking about how you can leverage intentionality and why do we need intentionality? Why does it even matter, right? So before I came across this word, as I've grown, as I'm becoming older, I've actually started to realize that I want to live with intentionality. I want to do things with intention. I don't want to just do things for the sake of doing them. So let us go to the very definition and the meaning of the word. What does it mean to be intentional? What are we talking about? So intentionality refers to the fact of being deliberate or purposive, depending on which part of the world you come from, right? So I'll just say purposive. So it is the fact of being deliberate and purposive, right? So on this channel, because we are Jesus girls and Jesus boys, we share a lot of scripture. We talk about God. He's the center of everything that we do. So there's a lot of sharing of scripture on this channel. There's a lot of building our relationship, because what is life without God, right? So there's a story that I want us to go through quickly, and we're going to then unpack and pick a few lessons from this list. Pick a few lessons from this story. And this is the story of Joseph. Many of you, if you know him or if you don't, Joseph was the 11th son of Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons, of which come the 12 tribes of Israel. And so Joseph is Jacob's 11th son, the son of his old age, the son who came from the wife whom he really, really loved, which was Rachel. So this is just a background, right? So we're going to go to the story, and it comes from the book of Genesis, chapter 37, verses 4 to 9. That's where I'm going to start. You can read the whole chapter on your own if you would like. So let's just turn our Bibles there quickly. And there's something that I wanted us to note as we are reading from the life of Joseph, right? So Joseph. Oh, wow. Okay. So it reads, I'll start from verse 3 actually. So it says, "Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age. Also he made him a tunic of many colors. But when his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brothers, they hated him and could not speak peaceably to him. Now Joseph had a dream, and he told it to his brothers, and they hated him even more. So he said to them, 'Please hear this dream which I have dreamed. There we were binding sheaves in the field. Then behold, my sheaf arose and also stood upright, and indeed your sheaves stood all around and bowed down to my sheaf.' And his brothers said to him, 'Shall you reign over us, or shall you have dominion over us?' So they hated him even more for his dreams and for his words. Then he dreamed still another dream and told it to his brothers and said, 'Look, I've dreamed another dream. And this time the sun, the moon, and 11 stars bowed to me.'" Right? And so as you read, eventually afterwards, he again tells this dream, and then his father rebukes him. But it says his father kept memory of this. That's a story for another day, which we will unpack another day. But what I just wanted you to notice, that the first thing, already Joseph's brothers were not speaking peaceably with him. This means already the environment that Joseph was in, it was not a good environment for him to share his dream. Like, he should have gotten red flags to say, era, do not share your dream here, right? And so a thing about intentionality, what the first thing that intentionality is going to do for us is it is going to, if we can use intentionality to create an environment for us, we can leverage intentionality to make an environment to thrive for us. Anything that you see standing, anything that you see continually going on is because there's someone with intentionality behind it. There is intention that is driving a dream. There's intention that is driving a goal, right? So we do not want to be like Joseph in this regard, because Joseph was not being intentional about the environment that he was exposing his dream to. Are you also being intentional about what you are exposing your dreams, your goal, your vision, yourself to? What kind of environment are you exposing yourself to? What kind of environment are you exposing your dream to? What kind of environment are you exposing your vision to? The first pointer from here is that already Joseph's brothers were not speaking peaceably with him, let alone what he was going to give. Okay, even if we wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, first dream, second dream, Joseph should have already seen. If you read, it says they hated him even more, not just for his dream, but also his words. Imagine that. There are people who are irked just by you. Whereas now you're coming, you're sharing your dream, and you even have words that are irritating them. Joseph. Joseph. So I want you to stop and think. When last did you do something with intention? When last did you live intentionally? When last did you set a goal or dream or vision with intention? As you know, we are nearing the end of the year. Okay, we're going to start 2024. New goals, new dreams, new vision, new me. But before we get there, let's stop and begin to plan with intention. Think about things. Be deliberate in your thinking. Be deliberate in your planning. If there's one thing that I've realized, a prayer that you need to make in this life is, God, give me the ability to think, to actually use my brain, to actually think things through. Can I actually see what is the purpose of this thing? So that's another thing that intentionality is going to do for you, is that intentionality, as the word has described it, to say it is the fact of being deliberate and purposive. The fact of being deliberate and purposive. If you start to be deliberate about something, it means you're going to think about it. It means you're going to give attention to it. You are going to give focus to that thing. So we are able to think things through. You're going to think before you open your mouth. You're going to think before you share things. You're going to think before you do something. You're no longer just going to be a consumer. You're not just going to do things passively. You are now doing things with intention. There's some intentionality attached to what we are doing. So I'm just looking at my notes. So, as we were saying that there is nothing that can be done, or nothing useful, or nothing that counts, that is not done with intention. People who you see going to the gym, they're doing it with intention, because the intention or the purpose is, I want to take care of my body. I want to eat well. I'm eating with intention in mind. Intentionality is going to cause you to question things before you do them. It's going to want to make you investigate and understand that, does this thing align with my purpose? Or what is the purpose of this step, right? What is the purpose of me making this purchase? What is the purpose of me engaging in this thing? What is the purpose of me building this relationship? So this you can also use to leverage that to now create an environment where you are going to thrive. Let's be intentional about creating environments where we thrive. Be intentional about creating an environment for your goals to thrive. Be intentional about creating an environment where what you want to see is able to come to life. Joseph is sharing his dream with people who want that dream to die. If you read in the next chapter, when they then decide to kill him, they say, look, here comes the dreamer. And they say, let us kill him and let's see what will become of those dreams. What will become of your little dreams and vision? Your dream is to be a millionaire. Your dream is to own a big empire in Africa. Your dream is to open an international company. Your dream is to write books that impact people. Your dream is to open an orphanage and help people. Let me tell you, if you want that thing to thrive, you are going to have to be intentional. You have to be intentional about who you share your dreams with. You have to be intentional about what are you exposing? What kind of environment are you exposing that thing to? Are you exposing it to people who genuinely are happy for you? Remember, we talk on this channel, we say we are a constructive. The conversation is constructive, meaning the criticism is meant to build, not to destroy. On this channel, I am your cheerleader. I want to see you win. I want to see you thrive. I want to see you become everything that God has called you to be. But you also need to be intentional about investing in those kind of relationships. Are you investing in friendships, the people who surround you? Are they people who really want to see you make it? Or is it people who secretly wish it was them and not you? And so they're going to tear down your vision. They're going to tear down this goal. They're going to be a toxic environment for whatever you are sharing with them, so that what is on you, what God has placed inside of you, will die. Oh, I'm feeling like an auntie. I feel like an auntie who is sitting down with you and talking to you. Like I'm saying, intentionally creating an environment where you thrive. It goes to, what are you listening to? What are you eating? By eating, I don't just mean physical eating. What are you eating with your eyes? What are you eating with your ears? What are you consuming? What books are you reading? What music are you listening to? What podcasts are you listening to? What is it that you're pouring into yourself? Because whatever you are taking in, there's that saying, garbage in, garbage out. There's no way you can feel inspired. How do you create an environment of inspiration for yourself when you're not taking in anything that is inspirational? You're not reading anything inspirational. You're not being part and parcel of conversations that leave you inspired. That's a big part of intentionally creating an environment for you to thrive. Intentionally surround yourself with people that when you talk to them, you feel motivated. You leave that place feeling like, I can do this. Yes, I'm a champion. Yes, I'm a winner. Like I said, it's not about getting yes men. No. But it's about getting people who, even if they criticize you, it is constructive. They can test your vision. They can test your dream. They can poke holes, not with the intention of killing that thing, but with the intention of making it stronger, with the intention of saying, hey, have you noticed there's a gap in this thing? I think you need to fortify this area. I think you need to rethink maybe the design of this thing. I think maybe, have you thought about this angle? Have you thought about that angle? That's what I'm talking about. Whatever your goal is, even as you think of the year that is coming, whatever you're planning to do, is it with intention? If you plan your goal with intention, then we are also going to produce better results. You're going to produce a better quality of work. Why? Because you've taken the time to think it through. You've taken the time to be deliberate. Your moves are calculated. It's no longer just about being passive. It's no longer just about being a passive consumer or being even a passive passenger in your own life. For some of us, and I know this is true of myself, there was a point in time where I was just a passenger of my life. Things were happening to me and I would say, oh, it's life, it has happened. Okay, I would start the year without a goal or a plan in mind. And life would just be happening. But when I set my mind to say, I want to be intentional. I want to be intentional about the friends that I have. I want to be intentional about the people that I talk to. I want to be intentional about the kind of rooms that I enter. Am I entering a room which leaves me inspired? Am I entering a room which leaves me feeling motivated? Am I entering a space in which I feel like, God, I can do better than this. God, there's more to you than this. Am I engaging in conversations which arouse hunger inside of me? A hunger for more, a hunger to be better, a hunger for excellence, a hunger to be completely sold out on God, a hunger to pursue what He has told me to do. I'm intentional about the conversations that I have. Now, what I'm saying is, yes, there are certain people that if you talk to them, they're natural naysayers, they're complainers, they just want to tear down things. I'm not saying ignore those people or be cold to them. No, intentional. Think about what you share with them. Think about what you are saying to them. Be intentional. What books are you reading? Intentionality. What's the goal or the purpose? So it helps you that before you do something, you check it. Does this thing align with my purpose? How is this thing going to serve me? What is the purpose of this step? What is the purpose of this move? Does it bring me closer to my goal, or is it going to deter me from my goal? It will even help you financially. I've used it to say, does this purchase help me achieve my weight goal? Is it helping me achieve maybe a business goal? Is there not something better I can do with this money? It's going to help you even curb unnecessary spending. Do I really need it? I'm a lover of shoes. I have a weakness for shoes and nice clothes and handbags. But in the past year, I've had to ask myself, do I really need this? Do I really need another pair of shoes? Yes, they're gorgeous. They're absolutely stunning. But do I need them? Do I really need to make this purchase? Is there not something better? And then I now think and I realize, no, I have a business goal I set for myself. Oh, I have certain products I want to launch. Can I not channel that money there? Before you just waste time, you're now able to use your time with intentionality. Okay, if I go out and I do this, how is it serving me? Is it going to relieve me? Is this purpose being to unwind? You see, now we are doing things with intentionality. So we can live a life that is fulfilled. So that the things that we are spending our energy and time on, they are fulfilling. And most of all, they cause us to thrive. They make us better. Better doesn't always mean yes. Better includes no's. No, I'm not going to do this with my time. No, I'm not going to buy this. No, I'm not going to listen to this. No, I'm not going to entertain this conversation. Intentionality. So I feel like I've spoken on and on and on and on. But as we are thinking, as we are gearing towards the end of the year, I just want us to get into a time and the habit of doing things with intentionality. If you know me, it's become one of my favorite words because it has helped me sift through things. It has helped me actually be able to separate things and say, this on face value, it looks good, it sounds good, but it doesn't align with my purpose. It doesn't serve me. The purpose of this thing doesn't align with my own purposes. So I hope you took a thing or two away. Otherwise, from me to you, see you in our next video.